Hello everyone. In today's class, we'll discuss about pregnancy and embryonic development. So in the previous classes, you have studied how the embryo is formed by the fusion of male gamete and female gamete. The zygote is formed. Once the zygote is formed, it divides and redivides. It comes to the uterine wall and it attaches itself to the uterine wall, and this process is called as implantation. So after fertilization, implantation takes place. Once the implantation takes place, further embryonic development is going to take place in the uterine wall itself. So today we will study the embryonic development and pregnancy. So this is about the pregnancy and embryonic development. We will start with placental villi. Before we start that, you know, in the previous class you have studied various dividing and redividing stages of embryo. We can say the zygotic division or the cleavage, the morula and blastula, the blastocyst and the trophoblast, all that we have studied in the previous class. So the outer layer of trophoblast forms itself into the finger-like projections. These yellow colored finger-like projections are called as chorionic villi. Okay. So what you can see here, the chorionic villi are the finger-like projections appear on the trophoblast. Okay. And this villi, the chorionic villi, is surrounded by the uterine wall and maternal blood. Okay. So within which the developing embryo is present, right? And this chorionic villi are nothing but they are the finger-like projections which are coming out from trophoblast layer. Okay. So these uterine wall or uterine tissue of the mother and this chorionic villi are interdigited. That means these are the digits of uterine wall and these are the digits of chorionic villi. They are interdigited to form a structural and functional unit between the fetus and the maternal body, that is the mother body, between the mother body and the fetus. Fetus means developing embryo. So between the fetus and the mother body, there is a structural and functional connection that is called as placenta. Okay, and these are the placental villi. The structures what you can see here, the interdigited structure between the chorionic villi and the uterine tissue. So this is the placenta. Okay, and these are placental villi. What you can see here, the gaps which are tightly filled, which are interconnected, it is called as placental villi, and this is called as the whole portion, this is placenta. Mainly, now what is the function of placenta? You got to know. The structural, placenta is nothing but the structural and functional unit between the fetus and the maternal body, that is mother body. Now, and also not only the connection or not only the structural and functional unit, but also the placenta acts like a endocrine tissue. Okay. It also produces some hormones which are very essential during pregnancy. Estrogen, progesterone, human chorionic gonadotropin, that is shortly written as HCG. Human chorionic gonadotropin, human placental lactogen and relaxin. Relaxin is formed by ovary in the later stages of pregnancy. But the placenta secretes estrogen, progesterone, human chorionic gonadotropin and human placental lactogen. So these are very essential during pregnancy, and mainly these three hormones, last three hormones are produced only during the pregnancy, which are they? HCG, HPL and relaxin hormone. These three are produced during the pregnancy. And there are other additional hormones which are very essential, which are they? Cortisol, prolactin, estrogen, progesterone, and thyroxine. These are the hormones which are helpful for the metabolism maintenance in the mother and also the proper development or the embryonic development. Now, we'll just see there is one more link which connects the fetus with the placenta. Now you know that the placenta is the connecting link between the embryo and the mother body. So, which connects the placenta with the baby, will not say baby, will say the developing embryo or the fetus. So, this umbilical, this structure is called as umbilical cord. Okay, this umbilical cord connects the fetus with the placenta. And what is the importance of this umbilical cord? It connects the baby to the placenta. And also the one more important function of placenta, rather than producing these hormones, it not only produces the hormones, the main function of placenta is transport of oxygen and nutrition to the embryo. Okay. So, what is one more important function of placenta is it transports the whatever the nutrition is required by the fetus, whatever amount of oxygen is required by the fetus is provided by the placenta. The placenta, through placenta, the oxygen and nutrition is passed and supplied to the fetus, and also whatever carbon dioxide and waste material is present in the fetus, that is again expelled through the placenta. Through placenta, the waste material is removed and whatever the requirements like oxygen and nutrition is required by the baby or by the fetus is provided, is supplied. So, simply what we can say, the placenta transports from and to the embryo, from the mother to the embryo and to the mother from the embryo. I mean to say, whatever the oxygen and nutrition required by the embryo is passed inside, is given to the fetus, and whatever the carbon dioxide and waste material is present in the embryo, that is removed from the fetus. So, this is one more important function of placenta, and also placenta produces these hormones. Now, after the implantation, the pregnancy proceeds, and in humans the gestation period, I mean to say the pregnancy period is 9 months, you know. In the 9 months after the implantation, how this embryo develops into fully grown fetus, I mean to say the fully developed fetus. So, after this step, what happens? The embryo differentiates into 3 layers. Ectoderm is the outer layer, endoderm is the inner layer. Always remember, ecto stands for outer and endo stands for inner. So, derm is layer. Ectoderm is the outer layer of the embryo. Endoderm is the inner layer of the embryo. Once the embryo starts differentiating, the ectoderm, endoderm forms. In between the ectoderm and endoderm, there is mesoderm. Okay. And inner mass of the cells contain the stem cell. The stem cell is going to give rise to all the tissues and the organs of the fetus. Remember, these 3 are important points. Now, once the development starts, in the first month, the end of the first month, the development of the heart takes place in the fetus. Okay, we will study the month-wise development in the fetus or the developing embryo. The first month end, the heart formation takes place, and after the second month, limbs and the digits. In the third month, most of the organs like external genitalia and etc. forms. In the by the trimester, first trimester, that is end of the third month, most of the organs are formed, and end of the 5th month, the fetal movement starts from the 5th month. okay, and the hair on the head also, the development of hair on the head takes place. Sixth month, in the 6th month, the eyelid separates and the eyelashes formed, and at the end of the 9th month, the fetus is fully developed. By the 9th month, the fetus is fully developed and it is ready for the delivery. After these all gestation period, that is about after 9 months, the parturition takes place. Parturition means the fully developed fetus is delivered. Thank you. In the next class, we will study about parturition.